Welcome to the Reddit Chronicles. Today, we're diving into the subreddit Dog Free, a growing community where people come together to discuss the impact of modern-day dog culture, without the input of dog owners. Whether it's frustration with off-leash pets or debates over societal norms, this is a space where non-dog lovers can finally speak their minds without judgment. Let's take a closer look at this unique perspective on dog ownership, pet culture, and what it means for our society. Before we begin, remember, this is about understanding a different viewpoint. Respecting their space is key, so let's explore their reasons, concerns, and insights. Our first post discusses reactive dogs and their bad owners. Barry Barracuda is our first poster. They write, "Your hat scared her. Dogs are idiots. A common complaint. I was out hiking today and an unleashed dog came around the corner and started growling at me. I was panicking a bit because it looked ready to lunge, but the owners and their kids came over to grab it. The mom looked at me and said, 'Oh, she's friendly, it was just your hat scared her.' I am not sure how a dog that growls at people wearing hats could ever be considered friendly. Dog nutters are so brainwashed." Cat Brews responds, "My wife, who is terrified of dogs, used to frequent a game shop with a dog nutter owner. He would bring his reactive dog into the shop with him while working or hosting games despite it being aggressive to his customers and players multiple times. At some point, a guy came in wearing sunglasses and the crap hound went freaking insane and mauled him to the point he needed to go to the hospital. The owner settled it out of court and paid the dude's medical bills, I think, but didn't do anything about his aggressive mutt. Needless to say, my wife didn't feel safe going there anymore and quit her game shortly after. It sucks when idiots ruin other people's fun because they can't control their dog, and even worse, blame other people for triggering it somehow. If your dog can't handle seeing someone wearing something like sunglasses or a hat, maybe you shouldn't bring them into a situation where they can potentially see it." Judgment Any 1Y92 also adds, "Walking on a thin trail between fences recently, nowhere to go? A vicious dog came around the corner before the owner and stopped while snarling and barking. He eventually arrived and told the dog, 'It's just a man with a phone, silly dog,' and walked past with it. It still could have easily bitten me. I have had 2 dogs try to attack me this summer plus many other incidents as well. We are lying to ourselves if we say it isn't scary. For decades, I just numbed myself to big dogs and vicious dogs, but their presence is unacceptable." Shinkuhyu chimes in, "But how could the owners have possibly expected that someone hiking outside might be wearing a hat? It's totally unreasonable to expect them to leash a dog that's aggressive towards people wearing hats. What if the dog is a rescue that might have been abused by a hat at some point? Honestly, you should have known better and not worn a hat." Pain Everending puts in their 2 cents. I had a dog growing up that actually hated hats because my dad would hit him with it. So anyone with a ball cap would make it scared. I do agree the dumb dog should be on a leash. I hate when people trying to make it look like it's your fault for just being you." Some Indian FP17 says, "Probably a doodle of some sort. They're the most common neurotic breed around. Some are so stupid they're scared of their own shadow. If nutters know their dogs are scared of everything, then leave those damned animals at home." What do you think about these dogs and their owners? Our next post is about an unhygienic dog owner and her poor dog. Our last post comes from Kooky Passage 5U37, "The most revolting thing I've seen a dog owner do. I was away for the day with an ex-boyfriend and his sister. We went back to their house. Their dog had pissed on the floor. His sister used the kitchen sponge to sop up the dog piss. Then she put the sponge back by the sink. WTAF. I was so appalled by that. I picked up the sponge and buried it in the trash. It made me wonder how many times the same thing happened before. I never ate there again." BD5 driver comments, "OMG, makes me want to vomit. But the dog would likely lick that up. I mean, dog people seem to think that dog piss and over is no big deal. I have seen my brother-in-law just take a paper towel when their dogs piss on the rug. I know it's better than a kitchen sponge, but that gets into the rug. I would never walk barefoot in their place. Yuck!" A closer. Salt Shaker responds, "She probably only soaked it up because you were there. My best friend barely cleans up her dog's pee, and sometimes doesn't at all. I don't go to her house much, and that's one reason why. The dog in question is a pit, extra bonus stupidity." Starfall3620 adds, "Had a friend who lived in his mom's house for a long time. The few times I visited, I never felt comfortable as they owned as far as I could count 6 dogs. His mom is a fantastic baker, but I tried not to eat anything she made because I had no idea if the dogs ate off the same plates as them. I felt bad for lying to my friend to avoid having to go to his mom's house afterwards, but ugh. If you're a responsible dog owner, keep doing your part to make our communities safer and cleaner. And for those encountering issues with reactive dogs or owners who neglect hygiene, don't hesitate to speak up. Together, we can foster a healthier, more respectful environment for everyone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe for more insights.